Hi, I'm Michael of M.O.D Catering Services. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Yes, I was excited because I was almost done with the birthday cake. Yes, it's a birthday cake, and we did for Marceline. So we gnashed our cake. That Lynn gnashed the cake. She did so well. This is the first attempt on ganache. I didn't even want to go. I didn't bother going near it. So I guided her, blowed the whole ganache, and she made it possible. So here I am marbling my fondant for my cake. I was actually lost in design. I did this whole cake on Saturday because I had a very busy week. We traveled, came back, had some events within the week, had to sort it out, and the body was tired, so I had to rest. I needed that much rest, so I decided to just relax and take time and do the whole cake. So this was us on Saturday when we were trying to get our design intact. We actually sat down for close to 3 hours before I came up with a design. I was like, we should marble this whole birthday cake design and do a wafer paper bowl or with beautiful wafer arrangement around the side. So here it says after marbling. I hope you learned how I did my marbling. It's very easy. I have different ways of marbling my fondant cakes for my cakes. So this is the first one, and the second one I will do that when covering the round cake. So after rolling, I decided to cut the sides, the excess sides. I want my fondant mostly straight before sticking to my whole cake. So we decided to roll up after cutting the whole sides. Then we reached out for our hexagon. And please, when covering hexagon, you can choose to cut them individually. That's all the sides individually. We have 6 sides on this hexagon, 2, 4, then 6. So you can choose to cut the sides individually. Then you, with the help of your fondant smoother or fondant smoother, you just stick it and cut just as I am doing here. So you cut them individually if you want to, or if not, you panel the whole thing. Then you work on the sides. If your cakes are very straight, all you need to do is just do as I am doing and you get it straight. But if there is a problem with your edges, then I think you're going to have a difficult time with it. But if you have a very clean edge, you don't have to stress yourself. Mostly what I normally do is I would rather stress myself over sharp edges than the sharp sides of my hexagon cake. Unless it's a private class I'm having with a student. That's when I'll make you do all the edges straight. If not, if it's a regular cake I'm decorating, I focus on the top edges than the side edges because all my sides are already straight and all I need to do is, with the help of smoother, I just smoothen it up and down as in a vertical motion till I get it all straight and smooth. So here is me trying to bring off the excess edge. Then I decide to open the very base and cut the excess and flip the whole cake. So this is, you see how straight the edges are, how sharp the edges are. That is what I do when it comes to the very edge of my hexagon, not the sides. So once you are done, we just set this aside. So here are our 4 cake already decorated. It's actually a 50th birthday, so I decided to go in for a 5th tier. So here is me trying to cut off the excess chocolate at the top of our ganached cake with a sharp knife. You refrigerate your cake, or once your ganache has set, you pass your knife around the edges to cut off the excess. Then with the you can either use white fat or water. So I use water to spray the edge, and this is another form of marbling. I added 3 different colors. I used nude, very lighter shade, ivory, a very lighter shade of ivory, a darker shade, and white. Then you can twist and turn, then you roll, you twist, you turn, you roll, you twist, you turn, you roll, till you get the marbling as you desire. There is no formula to marbling, but please, when rolling, twisting, and turning, make sure you do that carefully. And please, when you are marbling, do not knead. because once you knead, you end up mixing all colors together. So once you start marbling, you don't need to knead your fondant together. You're just going to roll our fondant, and you're going to see how beautiful the marbling looks like in our rolled fondant. So here we have our marbled fondant. We slice, or I use a pizza board to cut the excess edge, and I rolled for the top, smoothing out and flipped onto a board, then added the sides to it. I used 6 different flavors for this particular cake: strawberry, red velvet, vanilla, lemon, chocolate, and one other flavor. So once you're done, with the help of my fondant smoother, I cut off the very excess fondant at the back, then I smoothen that out. And if you've been watching my video for long, you know I'll drag the fondant from the side to meet the very base of our cake. So I love to drag the fondant from the very side till it meets to the very base. I'll keep doing that till I get my fondant all sealed up. Then I cut off or trim off the excess fondant around it. Then I repeat the process till I get super clean and super sharp edges. You know, once it comes to sharp edges, I don't joke with it. So gently you drag from the top to the sides, you gently drag, then you trim off the excess. That is how to get your super clean sharp edges. And please, when dragging, do not tilt your fondant smoother. You have to hold it straight, let it lean against the cake. It should touch your cake straight. Do not tilt it, do not hold it at any other angle. It has to be very straight. Then you just drag downwards. When you're done, you just smoothen the whole edge. Then you flip it back onto your main board. Then you work on the edges as well. You drag down to make sure all your excess fondants are being sealed. So you see how sharp and clean the cake is. That is how I love to work when it comes to my fondant cake. Let's say we spent closely around 3 hours decorating this whole cakes. There is our main board. So stand with me. Let's stack the whole cakes together. There is our board. After we marbled it. So here is our base cake, which is our hexagon. This is our 12-inch hexagon cake. Then comes our 10 inches. The marbling is so easy to make. So I hope you learned something from this actual video I did. Then there's our third cake, which is 8 inches round. Then comes our very next cake, which is 6 inches hexagon. Then our 4 inches round as well. Please, when stacking cakes, you have to be extra careful. Secure them with dowels. Push in a lot of dowels, because you know how bad that road can be. And here is me when I was almost done with the design. After much deliberation, we had to just come up with something easy and simple. Just as I did the rainbow cake with the strip fondant, cutter, I used the very smaller size. That's there is this one part of the set is what I have close to me. So you just use a smaller I don't know how to even put, let's say it's smaller compartment, to just slice them up. Then you have this 1/2 inch strips that you can even use to decorate. So this is me when I was done decorating the whole fondant cake, and here is our lovely design. Please stay tuned for part 2 of this video. Thanks for watching.